Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going over Garganacl EX. A friend of mine at my locals asked me to go ahead and make this. He put the very specific stipulation of adding Great Tusk EX, trying to challenge me. I like this deck. I think it's about the same level as, say, the level 2 League battle deck, something like a Palkia, something like the Tankatons, the Deoxys, all those decks, the pre-made decks that come out. It's along those levels. It's not going to win you any major tournaments, but it is somewhat competitive. You can take this and play with a friend who is just getting into the game and still kind of be relatively the same level. We have Garganacl EX with its Salty Body ability. This Pokemon can't be affected by special conditions, so your Dangerous Lasers, your Brute Bonnets, your insert whatever you want to do, you can't be poisoned, you can't be burned, you can't be paralyzed, you can't be put to sleep. It's fantastic. It also has the Block Hammer attack for fighting colorless. Colorless does 170, and during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 60 damage less. It's great. It's going to help us survive a ton of hits, and there are ways to help it survive even more, believe it or not. We have Baby Garganacl. Baby Garganacl says, energizing Salt Rock. You can go ahead and attach once per turn 1 fighting energy from your discard to one of your Pokemon. If you do that, well, you can heal 30 damage. So there's a potential where we could get two baby Garganacls on bench. If we're doing that, we're accelerating 2 energy and we're healing 60. Garganacl EX is going to love that, and believe it or not, Great Tusk EX is going to love that. Great Tusk has 2 attacks. It has the Bedrock Breaker, 1 fighting, does 40, and you can discard a stadium and play. I kind of like that. There are a lot of different decks that actually like their stadium. Something, I don't know, like Terrapagos really likes its stadiums. You're going to do 80 damage to the Terrapagos, and you're going to get rid of Area 0 Underdepths. Kind of a win-win. Along with that, it has the Gigantic Tusk attack. Fighting, does 250. This does a lot of damage. We're hitting a lot of numbers. Granted, we're not hitting all of the numbers, but we're hitting a lot of the numbers. But it also does 50 damage to itself. But with Baby Garganacl, we can potentially heal all of that damage off and accelerate the energy to it. Not that bad. We have the Cornerstone Ogerpon with its Cornerstone stance. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon from attacks from Pokemon with abilities. So your Gradient Greninja, not going to get through it. Your Palkia's not going to get through it. Charizard, not going to get through it. Your Ogerpon, your Teal Mask Ogerpon, all the Ogerpons, not going to get to it. It's really quite good. And I think this is going to be kind of a linchpin in the deck. That way we can kind of put it up front, negate some attacks, build our bench, and get going that way. We also have the baby Bloodmoon Ursaluna, mainly because it's not the EX, that's why it's a baby. It has the Battle Hardened ability. When you play this from your hand to the bench, you're able to accelerate 2 fighting energy from your hand to Baby Bloodmoon. This is very reminiscent, if you remember the Galarian Moltres, the Galarian Zapdos, those decks, or those cards, I should say. Those cards that had the same ability or similar ability, maybe not the exact same wording, but they were able to accelerate energy to themselves from hand. If you remember way back in the day, Prism Star Darkrai also had an ability like this. It was just with dark energy. We are also running the Skwovet and Bibarel lines. This is my favorite draw engine ever. Nutstash, shuffle your hand, put it on the bottom of your deck, draw 1 card off the top, and Bibarel says, hey, Industrious Incisors, if you don't have 5 in your hand, go ahead and draw until you have 5. It is my absolute favorite draw engine, the 2 of them combined. I'm going to be super sad when Bibarel goes away. We are also running the Arven, Iono, and Boss's Order. Arven says go look for a tool and an item. put them in your hand. Iono says shuffle your hand, well, both players, shuffle their hands, put them on the bottom of the deck, and then draw however many prize cards they have left. A little bit of disruption at the end of the game. And we also have Boss's Order, pull up a bench Pokemon on your opponent's side and put it in the active. The one item card that I actually wanted to note is the Gutsy Pickaxe. It's not something a lot of people see nowadays. Go ahead and reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a fighting energy, you attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. If it is not a fighting energy, you just put it in hand. It's a little bit of draw support. Other than that, it's a pretty fairly standard lineup of items that you would see in a Stage 2 deck. The Heavy Baton is really good here because we have a ton of Pokemon with 4 in their retreat cost. Both Garganacls, the Great Tusk, and the Bloodmoon Ursaluna. If we know something's going to get knocked out, we can go ahead and throw the Heavy Baton on and keep the energy in play. We are also running the Grand Tree. It is very important in this deck to keep our Garganacls rolling. Grand Tree says if you have a basic in play, search for a Stage 2 that evolves from that Pokemon, and then evolve it. If you did that, search your deck for a Stage 2 that evolves from that Pokemon, and then evolve it again. This is going to get our baby Garganacls online. It's going to potentially get the Garganacl EX online. So it's kind of important that we have the Grand Tree. We do run 3 rare candies, so that's not a problem, and we run plenty of Arven, but being able to Grand Tree and then also Arven into another Garganacl is fantastic. That's the deck. Let's go ahead and get into it and see how we do. Okay, so with this deck, we kind of want to go first. Going first allows us to get the Garganacl up and running, well, both Garganacls up and running, potentially, and it allows us to get the Bibarel online. Now, we don't get to use the supporter, but that's kind of okay. We do want to go first here, but it's kind of okay. If we do go second, getting an Arven and getting the Buddy-Buddy and kind of getting things moving is always really helpful, so we kind of like that. We will be mulliganing. That's fine. Just the one mulligan. Okay, this is okay. 2 Naclis up and running, and we'll go from there. Okay, probably playing against a Lugia. That's okay for now. Let's go ahead and attach an energy here and end our turn. Lugia and Wiglet. Okay. Rolls a Tails, so he'll go get a basic. Another Wiglet down. The Ultra Ball, probably get rid of an Archeops. No, Buddy-Buddy. And the Salvatore. Salvatore, what do you do? Search your different abilities. Okay. Didn't see what he got, but that's okay. Gift Energy down, and we'll read the wind. Archeops away, and here we go. Another fighting energy. We will put that here. I don't mind getting rid of these for now. Let's go ahead and get ourselves. Let's get ourselves the Bidoof. Let's see, what else do we have? We do have the Naclstacks, so let's get ourselves a Bidoof. Bidoof down, and we can go ahead and Iono here. Naclstacks, Naclis, and we do have the Bibarel, so that's always nice. We can go ahead and throw the Naclstack. What do you do again? 60, flip 3 heads. Okay. It's not terrible. We can do that, and then we'll go ahead and try to go for it. We get the 0, we get the 1, we get the 2, so that'll be 90 damage. Okay. With the 90 damage, should we be swinging with something like... let's see, say we're going to swing with something along the lines of... Okay, Archeops is down. Okay, so say we swing with Ursaluna, we should be able to knock that out, given how many damage counters are on it. So we still have an out to knock this out. Okay. Well, this is not good. Okay, gets a Wug Trio. And we'll retreat. Okay. Wug Trio. Looking to mill us. Okay, that's smart. Undersea Tunnel. Getting rid of 3, 6, 9 cards. One, two, three, 4, 6, 9. Okay. Well, this is not good for us. This is not good for us at all. Let's see. We do want the Bibarel down. We want the Skwovet down. We want to attach here. What we can do with this is we can... you know what? I'm going to go ahead and Skwovet. And we get a Nest Ball. Nest Ball, let's get ourselves... we're done there. And let's go ahead and Industrious Incisors. Okay, we do have the Naclstack. We like that. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a Gutsy Pickaxe, another Rare Candy. Not terrible. I don't want to give him too many cards, so we'll go ahead and Block Hammer. Take the 70, and it didn't matter. We were giving him cards anyway. Double Turbo. Now, this Skwovet will help us out quite a bit, so we're not going to worry too much, but the Skwovet should help us out. Archeops will put another Double Turbo down. Yep. Undersea Tunnel, getting us for another 3, 6... Another 6 cards gone. Okay, another Fighting Energy. We'll go ahead and Iono. Okay, and none of this is particularly great. We can go ahead and Naclstack. Great Tusk, and we can go ahead and Block Hammer. Take another knockout. Okay, we do hit the Buddy-Buddy. Okay, Reversal Energy. Jacques will get the Whiscash and the Wiglet. Wug Trio down. Whiscash down. And we get 3 cards taken away. Gutsy Pickaxe. Okay, we're okay with those being gone. Okay, another... let's go ahead and Skwovet. Buddy-Buddy. We'll go ahead and Industrious Incisors. We're kind of looking for the... Oh, well, we didn't get what we wanted. We got bosses, so we'll go ahead and Block Hammer. And a Pal Pad. Okay, so we can put a little bit back with that. Okay, so we still have a Super Rod somewhere. As far as Pokemon goes, Our Naclstack and a Garganacl are gone. Probably not great. And Irida to get, I would guess, a bit Pokegear. I would have guessed Super Rod. Okay, so we have a chance to get another boss here. Let's go ahead and shuffle those back onto the bottom of our deck. And we get the boss. We will bring up the boss. And we will Block Hammer for the knockout. We really kind of needed that. A lot. And we have a Garganacl. Primal Turbo will attack the Lugia? Or will attack with the Lugia? Let's look at all of their energy. Okay, may not have the energy required. So that could be good, could be bad. Hits us with the Iono. We're actually going to gain a card off of this. We get the Rare Candy and the Energy Search. And passes turn. Okay. We can put the energy here. And we can go ahead and... The barrel did not get what we wanted. That's okay. We'll go ahead and Iono here. Rare Candy and Arven could be worse. We'll go ahead and hit for 140 damage. I would... Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. And they'll concede. And there you go. Garganacl EX with a couple of friends, but Garganacl EX and Baby Garganacl are the kind of the stars of the show. I like this deck, but again, this is not a hyper-competitive deck. This is not a deck that is going to take on the ladder on TCG Live. This is not a deck that's going to go to regionals and win. This is barely a deck that I would even take to a challenge. This is probably just something I would take to locals and play it against kids and kid-level decks. This is not something that I would be playing in any sort of competitive scene that is hyper competitive. This is not going to go toe-to-toe with your Charizards. This is not going to go toe-to-toe with your Roaring Moons or your Raging Bolts. This is not going to go toe-to-toe with a Guardy. It's just not. You might get lucky, get a couple wins with it, but overall, this is not something to take to a regional. This is just for fun. It is fun to play when things go your way. I could very easily see some changes being made. Maybe another Arven. Personally, I would probably get rid of the Great Tusk in order to get a couple other things rolling. Maybe just go down to one Heavy Baton. That way it's not in your deck. I could very easily see some Pokegears being thrown in here. Maybe the Energy Switch goes to an Energy Lotto, but Energy Switch stays after rotation. Energy Lotto does not, but we're not worried about rotation. That happens in April. Overall, I think this is kind of the best way to play it. There are definitely other ways to play this, but I don't see this, like I said, being anything hyper competitive or anything that's going to unlock the meta. That being said, who knows? Down the road, we could very easily see this show up because fighting gets a ton of support, but I don't see it in the very near future. If you would, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things that help us do this, help me continue to put out decks that are just fun to play. That's why it's on Fun Deck Friday. Your comments help out a ton. Give me your thoughts as to what you would change or how I should change it. With that, have fun, stay safe, I love you.